Good evening, viewers, and thank you for joining me tonight on Hotspot. On tonight's show, we catch up with some of the junior anglers in the 40th National Game Fishing Titles. As always, we preview another round of the Telikom National Soccer League, and we wrap up the show with our weekend draws. The growth of rugby union in the country looks promising as the rollout of the Pacific Union program is attracting mass participation in pilot programs around the country. Now, East New Britain has bred some of the finest footballers, and Lauren Genya joins us tonight with more of rugby union in East New Britain.
The East New Britain Rugby Football Union has been running since 1998, and while teams have come and gone, this year 8 teams have been confirmed to compete. Now here with me is President of the East New Britain Rugby Football Union, Hubert Minana. Hubert, last week the season for 2015 kicked off and coaching director Sydney Wesley was here to witness that. How was it?
As you mentioned, Saturday last week, Sydney Wesley, our national 15th coach, was here. He kicked off the season. We have 8 teams in the competition for this year. Last year's launching was a milestone in itself because we were probably the first in the country, and we're privileged to have a PNGRFU rep coming over to kick off our season.
Now, comparing this season, even though it's only been the first week, comparing it to last year's season, have you seen any differences in terms of players that have come in?
Yes, definitely. We've seen an influx of a lot of boys interested in 15s competition. Unfortunately, last year we didn't run our 15s comp because of a lot of factors, mainly because of the volcanic eruption last year, and also a lot of our officials were involved with the PNG games. That's why we didn't run the comp last year. This year we're anticipating a big influx of players, especially the senior grades. We have an abundance of under 19 boys, under 15s who are just waiting to go into senior grade to play. We also have interested clubs who still have to prove themselves to come into the competition, but we'll wait for the 7th season and then we'll try to cater for them.
Now, as mentioned before, based on our previous discussion, 7s is bigger than 15s. When are you planning on kickstarting this year's 7th season?
The 7th seasons, according to PNGRFU calendar, starts mid-year, probably of July, somewhere around there. But we're planning to get our 15s off the ground first, running till around end of July, and then we'll go straight into 7s.
Now, how much financial support does the ENB RFU receive?
To be honest, we survive on our own, from club registrations, player registrations. We have the Rabaul District Administration events committee that's really backs up a lot of our functions happening here. We have people who chip in, but for corporate sponsorship, as you know, we struggle a bit, but it's a passion that drives us. That's the bottom line.
Now, one of the PNGRFU or World Rugby main objective is to use rugby as a tool to deviate the youth away from illegal activity to some extent. Have you seen rugby as a tool for development within the Rabaul community?
Yes, definitely. A lot of our youths are involved in sports. Rabaul District is a very sports-oriented district. We got a lot of players playing rugby league, and especially rugby union. The other sport that Rabaul is renowned for is softball. We've seen a lot of positives come out of rugby union. Most of the boys on Saturdays, weekends, they spend their time here at Maltec playing rugby. We've seen a lot of boys develop into mature citizens off the field. A lot of boys get inspired with the selection of some of their teammates who go on to rep duties. So yeah, it's been a really positive outcome for youth development.
Now, going back to our previous conversation as well on one of the longest clubs registered with the East New Rugby Football Union, if you can just comment on their progress over the years.
Rabaul Cardinals is one of our founding clubs, foundation clubs, as well as Rabaul Redskins, Kokopo Barbarians, Tomaringa Royals, I think Kokopo Harlequins. Those are the foundation clubs. They're still going strong. They're still producing good players. We have a couple of teams break out from or come out from Rabaul Cardinals, Maltec Rookies and Vikings. Those are the clubs that have come out of Rabaul Cardinals and have become clubs themselves. So yeah, Rabaul Cardinals has been around and is still going strong.
Well, Hubert, thank you very much for your time. Is there anything else you would like to say?
Thank you for having us on MTV Sports.
Now, due to the availability of fields, ENB RFU president has opted to kickstart the year with the 15s program, followed by the 7th season later on in the year.
We head out for a few short messages. Stay with us as we have more on Hotspot. If you've just joined us, you're watching Hotspot. Dion joins us tonight with an update on the 40th National Game Fishing Titles, and he also caught up with some of the junior anglers.
Day one of the National Game Fishing Titles has proven to be successful, with about 45 fish caught from the 21 boats that have entered so far. Among them was a 41.5 kilogram yellowfin tuna caught by Mike Gibson aboard Osprey, a 40 kilogram sailfish by Russell Curtin on Madness, and the unfortunate Molly Hidaka, who caught a massive 50 kilogram yellowfin tuna on Catalina, which was disqualified as he missed the weigh-in by a crucial 15 minutes. Day two of the national titles yielded slimmer pickings from the fishermen, with the catch of the day being a 46.4 kilogram yellowfin tuna by David Young aboard Desperado. President of the Game Fishing Association, Russell Curtin, is pleased with the turnout of this year's national titles.
The national titles this year, I'd say outstanding success so far. It's been brilliant. We've got, I can't tell you the exact numbers yet, but it's around 200 people so far have entered the national titles. We're expecting a few more. Easter weekend coming up, we normally get a few more people come in for that as well.
With the shootout scheduled for tomorrow, the competition is expected to heat up as the Easter weekend draws near. Day 5 of the 40th National Game Fishing Titles this morning saw the anglers compete in a shootout.
Well, the shootout's a one-day tournament amongst the whole game fishing tournament. And we all go out and try to catch a marlin. It's all about marlin. The boat that tags the most marlin, wins the shootout.
After day 4 in the boats points, Hooker 2 took a big lead in the weight category, followed by Osprey and Saname. In the tagged category, Madness leads, followed by Hooker 2 and Saname. The Angler point sees Craig Armstrong lead in the weight category, followed by Rob Hewlett and Rob Batterham. And in the tagged category, Terence Hulley leads, followed by Russell Curtin and Andy Page. The national titles not only attract serious anglers vying to be named champion, among them are youngsters Delvin Lang and Adam Che in Team Chomi who love the sport of game fishing.
Oh, I just like the adrenaline, like when the rod, you hear the ratchet go off, and just like being able to go out with your mates and your family and stuff on the weekend, have a good like afternoon or day, yeah.
The sound when the sound of the reel when it goes off, like I can't make the sound because it's pretty embarrassing, but yeah, that's all. And when you catch the fish, it just looks beautiful.
The competition is to head into its final leg over the weekend before the competition comes to a close on Sunday evening. The end of day 5 of the national game fishing titles saw Robert Doyle reel in a massive 48 kilogram yellowfin, but unfortunately it was not counted as this was the shootout round.
It's the wrong type of fish, but it was all right. Yeah, it was a good fight. It's brought me to my knees, that fish, actually, so yeah, it was good fun.
Team Osprey is performing well, coming in second after Hooker 2 with the commanding lead in the weight category. Visiting angler from Australia, Mark Bird had an impressive catch, reeling in a big yellowfin tuna which would score his team Caballaro a handy 100 points.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's 100 points, so it all goes towards the grand total at the end, and see how I end up.
Heading into the Easter weekend, angler Craig Armstrong leads in the weight category and Madness tops the competition in the tag category for the boats.
And the national game fishing titles will end this weekend, and we wish all the anglers the best. We head up for another break tonight. Up next is the Telikom National Soccer League. Yes, we've come to this part of the show where we preview another round of the Telikom National Soccer League.
This weekend's NSL round should be of interest to the soccer devotees around PNG. This semi-professional league is just getting better every year, with teams putting up showstoppers and individual brilliances. In round 9, Admiralty fought hard when matched up against Hekari United, only to suffer a 3-0 deficit. This time around, the Island Boys will be looking to get a win against Inform Oro FC, coming off a back-to-back win against Besta in the previous round. Medang FC will be at home against FC Pom. With the home crowd to their advantage, they are looking to impress. With Alwin Komolong, the young star midfielder will have to step up his game. But FC Pom has been on top of their game recently and will not make it easy for the local boys. FC Pom's talismanic midfielder Neil Hans will be a player to look out for. Hekari and Besta's matchup will be most definitely a crowd booster, with the inclusion of Hekari's newest imports and NSL leading goal scorer Tommy Semi. dubbed as Hekari's next Kema Jack, will be out there to add to the tally with his goal-scoring form. The match at Bomana will start at 11 a.m. with Hekari versus Besta. The second match will be at 2 p.m. Admiralty versus Oro. And over in Medang, FC Pom versus Medang FC at 3 p.m. Lay City Dwellers will be on a bye.
Don't touch that dial. Stay with us as we wrap up the show with our weekend draws. A reminder that if you'd like us to feature you on Hotspot or have us train with you on a special segment, get involved. Please shoot us an email at sports@emtv.com.pg. I know most of you are on Facebook, so please check us out. And if you're in Port Moresby, drop by to second floor Garden City and ask for our sports team, and we'll be more than happy to assist you. Now let's take a look at our weekend draws. Moving over to Rugby League, on the local front, Hohola EP Park in Port Moresby will also be hosting the Easter Cup, which will kick off tomorrow and end with the finals on Monday.
Yeah, we have asked teams from all over NCD. We have asked Gerald to bring forward 2 teams, Morata also 2, and Waigani 1 team. Tokora we asked for 2. And Hola as being the host, we consider them to bring in 4 teams, and 2 from Boroko, 1 from 5 Mile and 1 from 6 Mile, 1 from Gordon's Erima. That would make about 16. Yeah.
In round 3 of the Super Interest Cup, after a thrilling win against Tweed Heads in Kokopo, the SPPNG Hunters will face Sunshine Coast this weekend. And in round 5 of the NRL, tomorrow night, the Bulldogs will face Rabbitohs at ANZ Stadium while Titans take on the Broncos. And on Saturday, the Sea Eagles will face Raiders and Knights to take on the Dragons. And on Sunday, the Roosters will take on the Sharks at Allianz Stadium. And it's back to ANZ Stadium on Monday night as the Eels face the Tigers, Storms take on the Warriors at Amy Park, and the Panthers go up against Cowboys at Sportingbet Stadium. Port Moresby residents are up for another doubleheader this weekend at CIS Bomana for round 10 of the Telikom National Soccer League when defending champions Hekari take on Young Guns Besta FC. Admiralty will lock horns with Oro in the second match of the doubleheader at 2:30 p.m. Medang, having the home ground advantage, will take on FC Port Moresby at the Laiwaden Oval, while Lay City Dwellers are on a bye. Port Moresby Junior AFL competition also kicks off this Saturday at Murray Barracks with the under-12s, under-13 and under-15 boys and under-15 girls division. Matches start at 8 a.m. The 40th National Game Fishing Titles end this weekend with registrations still open. The 40th National Game Fishing Titles end this weekend with clear skies, slight breezes, big catches expected, with registrations still open. We've come to the end of the show. Make sure to tune in on Monday night at 9 p.m. to catch all your sports results with Jeremy and Dion on Sports Scene. And join Lorraine for all your Pacific Games update next Wednesday on Road to Port Moresby 2015. Another great weekend of sports around the country. I hope you do get out there and support your team. Until next time, play hard, play safe, and we'll catch you right here on Hotspot.